Good afternoon, my lovelies. How are you on this lovely day? It's not a lovely day. It's not a lovely day. It's a grey day. We've got a grey day again. It's what it is, I'm afraid, isn't it? It is what it is. I'm just jumping on in response of some of these things going about with the Vanlife community about how good or how bad it is to live in a motorhome or in a camper van or what, a self-build. I was listening to Mark's last video. Mark Roads Home, Mark and Sue. His last video, you know, the not so good side of van life, or motorhome life, or self-build life. It's all the same thing. You're living in a vehicle, in a box, outdoors. It is what it is. And I agree with 99%, Mark's got it spot on. You look at the videos and you look at the good times and the park ups and the people having fun and the beautiful views. It's not van life. You may get the odd week or two in summer or in nice days that you can get them sort of things. Van life is not, you know, a big meet-up every weekend where everybody gets together. There's too many vans on the road, and you soon start getting complaints when you're in groups. You know, that's the biggest thing. If you're parking up in groups, you're going to get hassle. You're going to get a knock at night. You're going to get, because you're asking for it, aren't you? I try to be pretty solitary if I can. You know, so find somewhere you can park up on your own. You can get away with one motorhome or one self-build or whatever, two of you max. If there's any more than that, just move on, just go to the next park up, because people get peed when they can't get to their local dog walking spots or their local walking spots, and they can't get in the car parks because it's full. And we're not, you know, most full-timers, the majority of full-timers are respectful of the area that they're in. They'll clean up the rubbish if there is any there. They don't leave rubbish. They don't empty their toilets out onto grass and out into bleeding hedgerows. It's ridiculous. But there are people out there that do this, that just foul the ground, and it don't matter to them. Well, it matters to every one of us. We don't want to be barred from park ups. I mean, we're losing park ups all the time. And yeah, in the summer you can have some beautiful park ups. As for living in one full time, you're forever cleaning up. I live on my own. I'm cleaning up after myself every 2 minutes in a van. Everything is around you, within arm's reach. You're always tidying up, you're always cleaning, you're always trying to get rid of the dust or giving it a wipe over because you're smoking in there. You need to bleach down and things like that. And a week of bad weather, you know, normally I call bad weather when it's wet and muddy. I don't mind blue skies, crispy ground, white and frosty. It's not a problem. It's beautiful days. When it's wet and muddy and you've got no incentive to get out there at all. And that can go on for days. As you know, well, if you've tried it, you'll know. If you haven't tried it, it becomes a bit of a shock. One being locked away with yourself, and you soon run out of things to watch and do. This helps me a lot, having a channel, because I can channel my energies into it. There you go. I can channel my energies into making lovely videos for you lot. But in this time of year in the winter, it can be a pain in the arse. There's no glory. There's none around here anyway, son. And you shut up most of the time on your own, which suits me. But some people, you're not going to get on with that. You're not going to get on with it. And depression can set in pretty quick. So you've got to be pretty strong-minded as well. I mean, before you even venture on it, you must do a little bit of time, either rent a vehicle or rent something, or go and practice in a van, chuck a mattress in the back. As long as you've got a bit of eating, just so you can get the feel for it. But to actually live in it is a different kettle of fish when you've got all seasons. I mean, winter is one of the hardest seasons. You know, January, February is one of the hardest, you know, winter. But then summer, if you get 30 and 40 degrees, like we've had, trying to keep a van cool or trying to sleep, if you're in a built-up area, then you can't have your windows open. And you're in an oven, really. So you're looking for woodland park-ups where you can get a bit of shade. You don't need the solar in the winter because all you're running is LED lights. So you don't need to be sitting in the sun. I mean, even with, I've got a compressor fridge. Even in the winter, on days like this, I'm getting enough to keep my fridge running without using using anything out of the battery. The solar's running that fridge okay. Because I've got an 8 kilowatt diesel heater, that can take it out of it, especially when you've got the diesel heater on from when you first wake up in the morning until, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock. You turn it off, you go and do your business, have a drive about, which charges your battery up, do your bit of shopping. By the time you get back to a park up or go to your next park up in the afternoon, if I'm cooking a dinner in the oven, I'll get the oven on straight away because that warms the van up without putting a diesel heater on, and it's on gas, so it's not using any energy, electricity-wise, electricery. So that'll keep the van warm for a good hour and a half after I've cooked a meal in it. And then normally about 6, 7 o'clock I can put the diesel heater on then at night until I go to bed, 11, 12 o'clock. And I can run like that in the winter. There's not a problem. So you can keep warm and it's not a problem. It's how you use your time. And of course, it's not the only thing to worry about. When you're living in a van, I'm going to touch on some notes that Mark had said. Roads Home, have a look at his video. You're always worried about your vehicle when you leave it parked up, especially if you're walking into town or you're in a public car park. May have cameras, it may have whatever on it, but while you're away from that vehicle, and that is your home, everything you own is in that vehicle. If that vehicle gets writ off or stolen or broken into, it's your home. So for that fact, some people don't like, you know, they'll go to the supermarket about right out the door so they can still see the wagon while they're shopping. You do get anxious. You're going to. It's your home. You can park up in a secluded place like this and go and have a walk, you know, go and have a wander somewhere, but it's always in the back of your mind. You got to remember, most motorhomes with plastic windows or glass windows, they're poppable. And then everything that you own is in that vehicle. I mean, obviously you always keep your wallet, your credit cards and your phone, your contact on you, but your bits like your tablets or laptops, Bluetooth speakers, all your things with value of it are still in the vehicle. And it can be worrying. You know, a lot of people do fret over that. And I mean, the best scenario is if you've got your own home and you're a weekend warrior. There's no wrong being out a weekend or the odd week here and there and doing what you want. So living in it is a totally different kettle of fish altogether. That is you in that van. If that gets nicked and you come back, there's no van there, what do? You've left your wallet in there, your cards are in there, credit card, all money's in there, you got your phone on you. Or heaven forbid, you fucking forget your phone in there and you're going out for a wander and it's gone. What do? Where do you go? You've got a long walk for a start to find a bleeding phone box, or you've got to find someone with a phone so you can report it quick time. You know, it's a tie. It's a tie. It's not as simple, and it's not such a beautiful, carefree life as you think it is. And you need to have experience, and if you haven't been out and done the weekends, and you haven't prepped in the winter and the summer, and you've been doing it, think again before you start. Take this time to go and check out what you're doing. Whether it's car camping, whether it's in a tent, whether it's whatever, you've got to be prepped for whatever for that style. So yeah, it's not all roses and views, sunsets and sunrises. It can be solitary. Sometimes after 3 or 4 days and you ain't seen anybody, I need to get to a shop. I need social interaction, because it can get to you. It can get to you. I can go to the shops and nobody speak to you, but it doesn't matter. You've been amongst the crowd. We're social creatures at the end of the day, and just seeing people watching is good for the fucking mind as well. You know, watching people, when you're sitting out there watching the birds and nothing, it can be very lonely. I've never suffered with it. I've never had any problems of being lonely or being on my own. I like it on my own. Now, a lot of people do not like that. What I don't like is silence. I love silence when I'm sleeping, don't get me wrong, we all do. But like now, if we have a listen, you can hear my diesel heater running in the background, ticking over in the background. That silence would do my head in. I have to have something on in the background, a little bit of radio, not loud, you know what I mean, a little bit of something in the background, or a podcast, or I'll put something on like that. I don't watch the tablet, I don't go on YouTube until 6 o'clock at night in the winter. By 6 o'clock my tablet's on, and I am then, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I'm at work, because I'm following people that I love and know and have met on the road, and I'm studying what they're doing, what they're watching, what their videos are about, and it gets you involved. But that can overtake your life as well. You can be on that phone from when you get up to when you go to bed, and that's not a life. That is not a life. In the summer I struggle more with watching people's videos, because the daylight says it's light until 10 o'clock at night. You want to be out in the good weather. So in the summer it sort of dies off a bit, van life. You still put your videos up and do your bits, but you don't get so much chance to follow who you normally follow, because there's not enough hours in the day. And I'm afraid it is what it is. That's what van life is about. So the rules I stick to is I don't put the tablet on before 6 o'clock at night, and then I class that as working, because I'm either made a video in that day, or I've edited a video, or tried to get a video up for you, or I'm thinking about doing a live, and it keeps me occupied all day long. As you know, I'm retired. It's a lot of hard work for very little benefits. I've just been monetized, and no idea what I earn or whatever yet, but I will be letting you know. I mean, you've got to have so many thousand views on your videos to earn any money, I believe. Well, I don't get anywhere near 1,000 on a video. I'm lucky to get 500 or 600 views, and that's a good video, or a rant, or I'm pissed. Because people are not interested. They're not interested unless you're having a rant, or you're pissed, or something exciting going on. I'm not expecting this to get any views, hardly at all. But I just want to put it out there before everybody's jumping into vans thinking it's such a good life. Try it and see. I mean, it's a daily struggle to try and get your water if you haven't got your spaces. And then when you're travelling about, you're into garages, you're looking around for water all the time. You're looking for water, you're looking for bins. It's a constant job. Laundry, you're washing these then. I know there's these pop-up ones in the garages and whatever, but listen to me, I've used them. My clothes come out smelling worse than what they did when I went in, and it's used by dog fucking groomers, decorators, and fucking people who keep horses. So all that shit in the machine is going into your clothes. I'll just let you know that. So I tend to look around for the smaller laundrettes, you know, self-service laundrettes. You go and put £4 in the machine, £3 to dry, job done. And they're very far and few, you know, between. It's a bit of a nightmare. So you're always challenged looking for something. You're never challenged looking for an Aldi or a Lidl or a Co-op or a garage. Well, not in England anyway. I know in Scotland, at certain places, you know, you're quite a distance away from any main shops or whatever, which is beautiful. But yeah, don't be fooled into or rush in to think I'm going to do van life, because I've seen it. It looks lovely. Yeah. And then we've got the toilet situation, which a lot of people won't put up with. I mean, that was the biggest thing for me to get my head round. You know, you normally go to the toilet, flush the toilet, it's gone, isn't it? Not in a van, no. Not in a van. You got to shit in a bag, catch it in a bag, tie it and bin it. You know, I use dog bins or litter bins, whatever bin. I don't take them to supermarkets and chuck it away like that. I'll use dog walking bins, that sort of thing. The peeing's okay, because I'm a man. I can have a little pee outside now and again if I'm out and about in the open. Or I've got my toilet in the back, but it's only used for pissing in. There's no solids go in there, so that stops all the waste. And just that was so hard for me to get used to. It's you know, if you haven't done it before, you need to try it, because if them two substances mix together, I have a very weak stomach. You can imagine. Anyway, so that's just toileting. Now you've got your washing. You know, washing yourself is easy enough, especially in a motorhome. You've got sinks. I'm lucky to have a nice deep sink, and I've got a shower, so I can have a quick swill down. Now, it's not like a shower at home where you can keep it running. You tend to heat your water up, wet yourself down, soap up, swill yourself off, out. It's doing it in as little water as possible. You need water all the time. And I've got an 100-litre tank. Now, if I'm showering, I normally shower maybe twice a week, but I'll strip wash every night before I go to bed, before I get into bed. I like a strip wash down. And then I'll have a shower, a quick soap up and shower down, swill off, about twice a week, which is the same again. At home you can just stand in there with a shower on, loving it. Now that's nice when you find like a truck stop. You can go and get a shower and you can stand under it for 4 or 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes in my tank's empty. It is what it is, and if you haven't lived like it, then what can I say? Don't think it's all hunky-dory, because a lot of it isn't. That's all I'm saying, people. That's all I'm saying. And I've been on nearly 20 minutes. I don't want to put anybody off. I'm not trying to put anybody off from van life, and it works for some people and it don't for others. It's just as simple as that. But if you do join the community, please be respectful where you park, because some of us, it's our homes, you know. Don't leave rubbish. Don't leave shit, or just go and shit in the woods like a lot of people are doing, and just leave toilet roll and shit. It's not done. it's not the done thing. And if I seen that happening, I would be straight on your case. I'm telling you now, as any other van lifer would do. You know, you don't empty your wastewater. You don't just pull it out in the street and let it run down the bleeding street. You've got to be a little bit discreet where you empty your wastewater. I know it's only washing up water, or your washing water, your shower water. It doesn't make no difference. People don't like to see that. I don't like to see your fucking floor all wet full of bits of bleeding food or shower gel or whatever. It's not nice. So you need places to empty your grey waste, not your black, your grey waste. And it takes a lot more. It takes a lot more planning than you think, especially if you move into pastures new. So just a few things there to be aware of. Anyway, my lovelies, I'm going to put this one up now. Now, there's going to be a live tonight at 6:30. I'm doing a live. That's Friday. I think it's the 17th today. So this evening, 6:30, there'll be a live. I hope this helps you, but please consider, before you move into a van, or have a listen round to other people. You need to do that. It's not all sunshine and beautiful park-ups. I love you to bits, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-da for now.